Hi folks, just a quick update on the discussion about whether to use a classical guitar for flamenco or not. I featured this old, over 40-year-old aria, Japanese aria, classical guitar. I purchased around about 1980 as far as I can remember. Solid spruce top, beautiful rosewood back and sides. And I said in the previous video about choosing a classical guitar for playing flamenco, about, you know, the importance of being able to lower the action to get a faster action, make it easier to play, etc. And had some comments to say, and really I loved this old guitar. Absolutely loved playing it, Love the sound. Maybe the sound has improved because I've been playing it for 40 years. Maybe that's why it rings like a bell to me. These are not new strings. With new strings, it actually sounds like a harp. Really rings. But it's got a brightish tone. It's not like a really good classical guitar, which you would not want because they're too middly, too basic, too, you know. But flamenco soloists these days, most of them, not all of them, the Cento Amigo is one, not everyone, but seems like the majority of flamenco soloists, as opposed to accompanists, have seemed to lent towards the flamenco negro, which has a darker wood back and sides, not the cypress back and sides like the blanca has. And because they need more of a soloist's sound and more projection, etc. So that's a kind of halfway thing. So they're almost leaning towards a classical kind of guitar, but not quite. It's a flamenco structure, but with a dark wood back and sides. To give them a kind of halfway thing between it. Anyway, you may have seen from lots of my videos since the original one about the classical guitar thing that I've been playing a Yamaha flamenco model, the 182F SF, and it's a blanca, cypress back and sides. It has a very bright tone, and it is super easy to play, much easier to play than this. And I lowered the action on that even more than it already was out of the box, and so I've been playing that a lot. I kind of became addicted to the ease of how easy it was to play, and I started to thinking, I can't play this one now because the other one I got so used to it being so easy. This has got 655mm length, which is 5mm longer than the Yamaha, which does make a difference in string tension to my feel anyway, and a tiny bit of a stretch down here, but you know, a bit. So I thought, well, I did love this old guitar once. At one point I felt like I couldn't play the Yamaha because I was so used to this one. So I put the Yamaha away a week or two ago, started playing this old guitar again. It was more difficult to begin with, but I played scales, warmed up every time. I've been playing it every day, and now I'm back to absolutely loving it again. And so I think I'm coming back to this. I'm coming back to the old classical guitar with a low action, because I love the sound. I can play heavier on it without destroying the sound and making it rattle too much. Has more projection, more volume. I can do acoustic gigs. I mean, I'm amplified now and I amplify lots of things, but gigs where I can get away with playing acoustically, like playing in the background at an art exhibition or something like that, which I do sometimes. the Yamaha is just not loud enough. This is loud enough acoustically. Just one point. I remember in my first video about choosing a classical guitar for flamenco, I remember a comment that someone made saying, yes, it's fine, you know, get the action down, whatever, and that, but if you play a real flamenco model, you will see the difference and you'll find it's much easier to play, even if you take it down on it, you know. Well, that's very, very true, but it's a trade-off in what kind of sound you want, how easy exactly do you need it to be able to play. If you practice enough, if you play enough, you can get used to stuff being, and I can play more cleanly on this. The Yamaha seems to be, the neck width seems to be the same in measurement, but yet the string spacing seems to be, I can play cleaner on this. As I say, I can hit it harder when I want to and still not lose the sound, etc. So, should you use a classical guitar for flamenco? Yes, if it suits you. I love this old guitar and I'm very seriously thinking of putting the Yamaha up for sale because they're so different that I don't want to play one and then the other and then one and then the other. I'm going to be using one of them, and if I had to choose between the two, I would choose this. I also remember many years ago, and I mentioned it in the first, the other video, a couple of students of mine, I took them down to London, to the London Guitar Studio, and tried out lots of flamenco guitars. And this is many, many years ago, and one student tried one that was £800, bought one for £800, which was quite a lot of money then, flamenco model. I would not have swapped it for this guitar, as I've said in the previous video. So I'm back to the old Aria Classical. I love it. You can be your own judge about what you think it sounds like for flamenco. So that's the update. Should I play a classical guitar for flamenco? Should I not? 12 months ago, I would have said, I've changed my mind, you know, a real flamenco model is probably better. I've come back to this now, and I'm back to my original opinion. Love this guitar. Make your own minds up. Thanks for watching.